Hey everybody, it's Sean here bringing you another how-to video. Today I'm working on a 2023 or newer Greenger G3 or G3S if you have the Supermoto variant version like this. And we are going to remove the front wheel and then reinstall that front wheel. So I'll show you what we need to knock this out today. I've got a 3/8 drive torque wrench. This torque wrench I will need to get to about 35 pound-feet of torque. I have two 3/8 drive ratchets. I've got a 19mm socket. I've got a 12mm hex key. Little tricky. In a pinch, you could use a T60 Torx bit, but you may risk ruining your Torx bit. So I'd recommend getting a 12mm hex key if you have that. And then here's a 5mm hex key as well for the pinch bolts. A couple optional items would be a flat blade screwdriver or small pry bar. That way we can split those pads if they're a little tricky getting the wheel back on. I have some grease just to lightly grease that front axle, and then some rags, of course. And last but certainly not least, we need a center stand or some other way, maybe a 5-gallon bucket, something like that to get the bike off the ground. So first thing we're gonna do is go to this front wheel. I'm gonna pull off this little rubber cap. It's kind of a protective cap to keep the axle nut clean. Maybe if you're doing some trail riding, you hit some rocks, you could ding that up. So it just helps keep those edges nice. And what we're gonna do first off, we're gonna use our 5mm socket, or excuse me, Allen key, and we're gonna loosen up the pinch bolts on both forks here. That will allow us then to loosen up that front axle. Now I have the pinch bolts loose. You don't need to remove them, as you can see. And I've got my 10mm over there on the left-hand side of the bike, and then here I've got the 19. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this front axle nut counterclockwise, and we can get this thing loosened up. Now that I have the front axle nut loose, we can get this bike off the ground. We need to be able to get this wheel off the ground to remove it. So I'm gonna use my center stand and jack the bike up. Now with the front wheel off the ground, we can go to this front axle and we can start to push it through. You can see that easily slides through. If you're really fighting it, you could use a soft mallet or one of your tools to push it out, but you can see mine is very easy to remove. So I'm gonna pull that out. Keep in mind, you might have some of the wheel spacers on both sides. Those could fall from the bike. Don't sweat it, not a big deal. And maybe while you're pulling that axle out, you can help support the wheel just by holding it up. That way it doesn't drop and fall down on you. But it should slide out of those brake pads pretty easy and be easy to remove. Okay, just like that, you can see I was able to get the front wheel removed. We've got our front axle and both wheel spacers. Now, I did find it a little bit tricky to navigate around the brake caliper. It was obviously able to come out, but if you're really fighting your brake caliper, one recommendation is you can use a 10mm socket right there and right there to remove those two bolts, and then you can remove the brake caliper before you remove the front wheel. That'll give you a little bit more clearance. You can pull that caliper right off of the rotor and then remove the front wheel if you'd like. But in our case, I was able to get it off. So next thing I'm gonna do is use a rag, and I'm gonna clean up all this old axle grease off of the spacers, off of the front axle, and I'm gonna use some of our new axle grease and just gently, kind of a nice little film across that front axle. Okay, I've got a nice little film of grease there on the axle. Got my spacers in the right position. You want the longer spacer on the rotor side and the shorter one on the other side that does not have a rotor or anything going on. And then I'm gonna be mounting a dirt setup now. So I'll get this in place. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of rest this in place. I might take just a little tiny dab of grease on the inside of this wheel spacer just to help it stick in place. Right now you can see it wants to fall out, and a little bit of grease could help that stick in on both sides. And so I'm gonna get everything lined up, right? I'm gonna have both wheel spacers in. I'm gonna get this centered, and then I'm gonna get this rotor inside that little gap of the brake pads. That's where your screwdriver could come in handy if you're really fighting getting the rotor in the brake pads. but we will take our time. It might take you a couple attempts. Don't get too frustrated. It's a process, and patience is key, but give yourself a little grace here. Again, you want to have both both spacers in the wheel as you fit it in, and make sure your rotor is lined up inside the caliper. Okay, with a little patience, maybe a little luck, you're able to get everything in. Again, the long spacer goes on the rotor side with the shorter spacer over here. Use a rag, kind of clean up any axle grease that might be left over. All that's gonna do at this point now is gonna collect dust. So get it nice and clean, and then we can thread on our axle nut like this. Again, we're not gonna torque it at this point until we get the bike off of the center stand, and then we can go ahead and torque up that front axle and torque these pinch bolts on both sides. With the front wheel back on the ground, now we're gonna go ahead and torque up this axle nut. We're gonna put that to 35 pound-feet of torque. And then after that, if you do have a 5mm hex socket for these pinch bolts, we're gonna torque those to 11 pound-feet. And you wanna do those incrementally, right? So once you tighten one side, the other side will loosen up. So do that back and forth. Don't just go boom, 11 pound-feet and nothing over here. Just slowly tighten both back and forth until you get enough. You can feel that it's tightening up, and then torque them each to 11 pound-feet on both sides there. Okay, with the front axle torqued and the pinch bolts torqued, now I'm going to reinstall my axle nut cover there just to keep it protected. And I'm just gonna pump up the front brake really quick just to make sure it grabs onto that front pad real well. And we are in good shape. Just like that, we've replaced the front wheel on our Greenger G3 or G3S motorcycle. If this video was able to help you out, please like and subscribe for more how-to videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless.